Yo, what is up, Clashers, and welcome back to another fantastic guide video in F1 Clash. Today we're going to dedicate this video to one of our members in the audience, that is Riz. He did highlight that he could not find any videos of a transition between a series to another. Now, there are loads of car setups out in YouTube, but we do not have one that is like a transition. So let's say that you're in Series 9, you just unlocked Series 10, you do not have any assets in Series 10, so what do you do? And this is what this video is going to be about. We're going to do more of these types of videos, thanks to Riz once again. And we're going to add these series and guides in our Discord and in our YouTube channel. So make sure you become a YouTube member with the Platinum or Legendary level, because we are going to remove the Gold Crate level very shortly. Now, becoming one of those members will unlock you other different channels in our Discord, so make sure you go ahead and check them out and give me a shout out if you actually become a member. Now, we're going to do the Series 9 to Series 10 transition. And from Series 9 to Series 10, it is one of the most difficult transitions to do, because Series 10 is part of the rotations. Every 2 weeks, Series 10, 11, and 12 will rotate. They will have either a speed setup, a cornering setup, a power unit setup, or a balanced setup. So I'm going to provide these 4 setups for you. And if you want, just come back to the video if you do not remember them, or go ahead and take a screenshot of these 4 setups. So once again, a massive shout out for Riz with this idea of series and guides that we're going to provide you along the way up to May, when the new season starts. So you're in Series 9 and you just unlocked Series 10, and you're looking for a cornering setup. And this is the cornering setup that you need. I'm actually pretty happy with this one, because the cornering stat passes the 200 mark, and I believe that is pretty good for your Series 10. Let's start off with our brakes. It is a monolith. It does add very good cornering and qualifying. Over to your gearbox, we got the pivot, offering very good cornering. Valkyr, it is the best rear wing for your cornering. I'm still currently using this one in Series 12. For your front wing, we got the Saber. Yep, we do not have Nemesis, so the Saber it is. We got cornering and again good qualifying here. For your suspension, we got the Arc, another fantastic asset that we're also using in Series 12. Offers a massive amount of cornering, and it's a must-have in your car setup. The Juggernaut, it is your engine, and once again, we are using this one in Series 12. A fantastic engine for your cornering setup. It offers a good amount of it. So for your cornering, it is pretty easy transitioning from Series 9 to Series 10. And what you really want to look for is Nemesis. But Nemesis in Series 11, you won't be able to use it because you're currently in Series 10. And your next one would be the Behemoth. Again, Series 11, so we cannot be using this one. But you do want to chase those 2 assets. Over to the most difficult setup, transitioning from Series 9 to Series 10, and that is the balanced setup. This is the most balanced setups I've been able to find. You can add a little bit more speed and drop a little bit more power unit, but this comes along depending on the tracks, because on Series 10, when it rotates from, let's say, a speed setup to a balance setup, there will be 2 tracks there that is either dedicated to speed, cornering, or power unit. So if it's towards a power unit setup, this one would be brilliant. But if it has 2 setups of speed, maybe you want to amp up your speed a little bit more. And also if it is towards your cornering. Please remember, whilst we are watching this video, that My levels of assets is completely different to yours, so make sure you do play around a little bit with it when it comes to your balance setup. On your balance setup, you really want to focus more on your drivers, because the reason is because the track stats on a balance setup would be focused on the driver. So all 4 tracks would be either overtaking or say speed and race stats and so on. So focus on your drivers mostly. Now we have 2 more car setups to do, and that is the power unit, and the next one is the speed. So let's go ahead and build this one live with you. So for power unit, it is one of the strongest ones here in the transition between Series 9 and Series 10. We're going to replace the engine with M4D Dash, offering good power unit and fantastic qualifying. Up next, let's see where the hustle comes in. The hustle has to be removed. We cannot use the reactor because it's a Series 12 asset. The next one that you will want to be using is the pulse in your suspension. Offers 9 power unit, not that much in comparison, but it still works. Front wing, we are going to stay with the beast, but we do have to change our rear wing and I believe it is our gearbox. So let's change our rear wing and our gearbox. Our gearbox would be the Quantum, and the rear wing would be Powerlift. There we go. So this would be your power unit setup for Series 9 going towards Series 10. So you just unlock Series 10. This would be your power unit setup if the rotation is all about power unit tracks. A fantastic, actually, car setup with 233 power unit stats. So should be flying with this setup. Now, next one is speed. So let's go ahead and build our last setup, which is speed. It does have 2 major downfalls in speed. One of them is that we have to stay with M4D Dash. I do not like this engine that much. It does slow down your car quite a lot, but the qualifying is pretty good. But anyway, we do have to keep it. For the gearbox, we're going to have to add the Surge front wing. We're going to go with Turbojet. It is a Series 8 asset, so we can use this one. Engine, we're going to stay with M4D Dash. Suspension is going to be the Hustle. We need to change the Dynamo next. And here, the Stormbringer, we cannot use it because remember, we just unlocked Series 10. But if you do find the Stormbringer in any of the crates, add it because it's a very powerful speed asset. But we got to find something else. Monolith is towards cornering, only offering -5 on speed. So the Fury adds 14 more. And we're going to opt for Fury. Are we missing anything along the way here? Yes, Powerlift. We have to remove Powerlift. That's our last asset we have to remove. And Aeroblade would be the one. So, your speed setup would be this one. The Fury as your brake pad, your gearbox, the Surge, your rear wing, Aeroblade, front wing, Turbojet, suspension, Hustle, and your engine M4D Dash. Now, a very weak setup with 176 only towards your speed. This is very problematic when the Series 10 is all about speed. And the 2 assets that you really need is Mach 3. You will unlock this one in Series 10. So as soon as you unlock this one, invest in it because it is a very good asset towards speed. You will be using this one all the way up to Series 12. And the next one that we just talked about not long ago would be the Stormbringer. Both of them are Series 10 assets. So as soon as you unlock this, look how powerful it is compared to our other brakes. Add it. Add it as quick as you can. So take a screenshot of this one. This one would be your speed. But make sure that you go for the Stormbringer and Mach 3 as soon as possible. So once again, massive shout out to Riz. Thank you so much for the ideas of having a transition series between, once you've unlocked a series, what car setups you need to be using. We are going to pull out more videos of these, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss out. And if you want to catch the early bird of these setups, make sure you become a YouTube member and give me a shout out when you do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.